Today on Dynamic Trips Dynamic Reviews, we are going to be reviewing the figure of Michael Myers. Um, as you can see, a Rob Zombie film, Halloween 2. They've actually got a picture of the figure, not the guy himself, but they took a picture of the figure and put it against this really almost like creepy backdrop. Michael Myers 9-inch scale figure. There is no readout, so for this portion of Dynamic Reviews, I'm going to tell you the story of Michael Myers. Okay. Well, Michael Myers originally was an 80s horror classic monster. Killer. 80s killer. He started out actually at a very young age. He started at 12, 13, somewhere around there. And he wiped out his family. With the exception of one, his baby sister. Well, his baby sister being alive. So, after he killed his family, he actually was too young to be convicted of anything, so... And they found that he was mentally disturbed, so they locked him up in a mental institution. Well, after, I'd say 20 some odd years of being in the institution, where he developed a very deep issue for masks. He escaped after 20 years or so. And after he escaped, he made it his mission to go after the baby sister that he did not kill. The thing of it is, he was abused as a child, and basically what he did was he wiped out his abusers, I guess you could say. Now, that was more learned in, I'd say, Rob Zombie's version. They made it more sympathetic. The original was that he started when he was younger, and he went to a mental institution, and a few years after being in the mental institution, or 20 years after being in the mental institution, broke out, and he spent the rest of his career, if you will, going after the baby sister that he never killed. Along the way, he killed a bunch of others, but he seemed to be mission oriented. You know, he killed those other people simply because they were in the way of what he was really going after, you know, or they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, however you want to look at it. Anyway, this is probably one of my favorite killers. One simple reason, because he started so young. Some would argue that Jason started young too, but he really wasn't. He didn't start young because it was actually his mother that killed in that one, but in this one, it was himself that did it, when he was 13. And, so that's the story of Michael Myers. On to the figure. Here is. Sorry about the glare there. That was my computer. Here is the figure itself. And I've got to say, it is an amazing likeness of Rob Zombie's reimagined Michael Myers. Not so much of the original Michael Myers, because the original Michael Myers mask never got this crappy. But I think that's one thing that I kind of liked about the newer film, simply because the mask shows the wear of years of wearing it, and you can see he's got long hair, and he's got what looks to me like a leather jacket on. He looks kind of articulated in the shoulders and maybe even in the hands, or maybe the head too, but I don't think he has much beyond that. I think he's just mainly a statue to be looked at, and that's part of the reason why I'm keeping him in the box, because to me, he is an icon of horror, and I think he just deserves to be looked at. They did a picture of him, and that seems to me like it was taken from the movie. It might be just the figure itself, but it looks like the movie. Down here we have the movie that it was from, Halloween. Well, this figure was from Halloween 2. Michael Myers, 9-inch scale figure, with a pink price tag that wasn't torn off completely, and a warning: choking hazard, no children under 3. Now, here's a point I'd like to make. I get it, toys are for children, yeah, but something like this is, it's made to go on a shelf, and mainly, whether you take it out of the box or leave it in the box, it's just for show, really, I mean, sure, it's to be put in different ways and stuff, but he's just so cool. He even looks good in the box. Before I forget, this version was made from Cinema Fear, as shown up there, and I believe the company that made these is from Mezco. Don't know if you can see this. Okay, there we are. Alright. Well, I hope you can see that. But, anyway. This has been a review of the Michael Myers Halloween 2 figure, by Rob Zombie. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I have more on the way. Thank you, and